gapper that you weren't even sleeping with John.
Yeah.
The gapper would call you and ask you to call girlfriends of other inmates to put money on their books.
I think so, yeah.
And that's something that you did do.
Yeah. I think I did.
And at some particular point in time, you became disenchanted with Gapper.
Do what?
I'm sorry. You quit liking him at some time?
Yeah.
But you had his phone while he was locked up.
Yes.
You had his phone when he was locked up in Indiana.
Yes.
And you had his phone when he was locked up at KSR.
Yeah.
And he contacted you multiple occasions.
Yes.
And he always wanted to know what was going on in his case.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I didn't know very much.
But he would say, what's going on? What are they saying about me in the newspaper? Stuff like that.
Probably did. I don't remember. No.
When Joshua first got locked up, he was wanting to know the details of that situation. Who his lawyer was going to be. You remember that conversation?
I don't remember that.
Let me talk about the night of May 10th. And your memory was pretty good about the time that Joshua Young woke you up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You say it was 1:30?
I guess it was around 1:30.
And despite the fact that your memory about other matters was foggy, you do remember the time.
Well, I guess it was, I mean, I don't know if exactly 1:30. I mean, it was in the middle of the night.
Did you tell him it was 1:30? Did you tell him this was 1:30?
I might have, yeah, I guess so.
You said that you didn't know Joshua all that well?
Little Josh? No.
And he was 15 years old at the time?
Yes.
And you liked him?
I mean, I was proud of Big Josh for getting Little Josh. And
Did you like Joshua Young?
yeah, yeah.
You did like him?
Yeah.
You weren't fearful of him?
No.
So you're in bed, 1:30.
Yes.
Somebody shakes you.
Yes.
You turn the light on.
I don't remember if I turned the light on or not, but because nobody else woke up. If, John says that
I don't want to know what John says. I just want to know what you know.
Okay.
You wake up.
Right, yes.
Turn the light on or no?
I don't remember the light being on. I mean, I could have turned it on, but I'm not real sure. I don't think it was.
And Joshua says stuff to you that you don't believe.
Right.
But you knew that Gapper had said an eye for an eye a couple of months before.
Yeah.
You didn't put that together.
No.
And there was nothing that happened on the 10th of May that would make you think that Joshua Young hurt Trent.
No.
There's nothing that you can remember ever happening that would make you think that Joshua Young hurt Trent.
No.
They were friends.
Yeah.
They got together well.
Yeah.
They did a lot of stuff together.
I don't know if they did a lot of stuff together, but
They played video games.
yeah, I guess.
They played video games at your house.
Trey never really come down to my house to hang out.
But you've seen them together.
Yeah.
You've seen them at Amanda's.
Yeah.
You've seen them play video games at
Yeah.
Amanda's. They seem like they were friends.
Yeah.
So you say, leave me alone, and you go back to sleep.
I laid back down. I guess I went back to sleep.
You don't remember.
I mean, I'm assuming I went back to sleep.
So you don't know how long you were asleep?
No, I mean, I'm assuming probably 5 minutes or something like
And
that.
then Joshua comes back in again.
Yes.
You don't hear him again?
I'm sorry, what?
You don't hear him come in?
No.
He shakes you to wake you up,
Yeah.
and he tells you the same thing.
Yes.
And you say, get out of here, you're full of it.
Yeah.
And you turn the light on.
I don't remember if the light was on or not.
Okay. So the third time, he comes back, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah.
All right. So third time he comes up, shakes you, has his hands on you,
Yeah.
and gets you to wake up.
Yeah.
And you turn the light on.
I'm not sure if the light was on.
But the light was on sometime after he woke you up.
I'm assuming, but I don't know for sure.
Well, you said that you saw a bat.
Yeah.
And you saw a bag.
Yes.
And did you see it in your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay, so the light had to have been on.
I'm assuming, yeah, I guess it
You
was.
seen it if the light was off, I guess, right?
Well, I could have, but it was dark. I could still, my eyes were adjusted to the dark.
Rubber bag,
Yeah.
like this,
Mm-hmm.
identical.
Yeah.
Clothes in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Shoes in the bag.
I don't know if they were shoes or not.
Socks in the bag.
I don't know if there were socks in the bag.
Pants in the bag.
Yeah, I guess so.
Shirt in the bag.
I'm assuming it was shirts and pants.
It was tied like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you could see there was something inside of it.
Yeah.
Did it look like there was blood on what you could see? Or could you tell?
Not on the bag. I couldn't tell the blood.
You can kind of see something in here, right?
Right.
You can see there's something in here. So
Right.
did it look like there was blood on what was ever in the bag?
I didn't see no blood in the bag.
This bat was an official Louisville Slugger Major League Baseball bat
Yes.
made out of wood.
Right.
And you knew that to be John's.
Yes.
And it was regulation size.
Yeah.
Wasn't bigger than regulation size.
I don't guess so.
Wasn't oversized.
I don't think so. I'm not really baseball smart or nothing like that, but it looked like a regular sized baseball bat.
Okay. So you said there was one bag, right?
Yeah, one
the
bag.
The bat wasn't in that bag.
No.
The bat wasn't in a bag.
Right.
Because there was only one bag.
Right.
And Joshua comes in, and you're saying he's got a bag and a bat.
Mr. Schuler, we should use last name as opposed to just a first name.
Thank you for breaking my own rule. Joshua Young, he's carrying, does he have the bag in one hand and the bat in the other?
I think he had the bag and the bat in one hand.
And he's going like that.
Yeah.
And you look up and you see the bat.
Yeah.
And you see the blood stain on the bat.
Yeah.
And you see the bag.
Yes.
And at that particular time, you thought something was up.
Yeah.
Something of concern.
Yes.
And did you think it was odd that this 15-year-old boy came to you for help in this situation?
Yeah. I mean,
Did you think it was odd that he wouldn't go to his dad?
yeah. It's odd.
So Galker never came up to the bedroom?
Galker did come up to the bedroom the third time.
Did he come up with Joshua the third time?
Yes.
Did Galker ever do any talking?
I don't remember if he did or not.
Weren't you curious? Were you afraid of Galker?
Not at that, not at that time.
Why didn't you press Galker for detail? Wouldn't that have been the thing to do? Ask him what's this all about?
I guess I should have, yeah.
I mean, that's not something that happens all the time. Somebody wakes you up and says, I just killed somebody.
Right.
So this was kind of a big deal for you.
Well, it is a big deal, but, they kind of had a twisted sense of humor on some things. Some things that they thought were funny weren't funny.
That's certainly not funny joking about
Right.
killing somebody.
Right.
So you don't remember Gaffer saying anything?
I'm not sure if he said something.
But you hid the fact that Gaffer was in your bedroom from police
I
for 2
didn't.
years.
No, I didn't hide it.
You didn't tell him.
I didn't remember.
You didn't remember something as important as that?
No.
So, you get dressed,
No, I had clothes on that I could wear out.
sleeping in your clothes.
Well, it was kind of like pajama clothes that you sleep in.
Did you have a robe?
A what?
A robe?
No.
And did Gaffer go downstairs first?
He was downstairs, or I guess he left because he wasn't down there when we left.
Came up and then he just left, but you don't remember what he said to you.
Right.
Joshua walked downstairs with you.
Joshua who?
Joshua Young walked downstairs with you.
Yeah,
Together.
I believe so.
John was downstairs.
He wasn't, I don't guess he was downstairs. He said he was upstairs asleep. So,
You go wake him up and say, we have a problem here, or seek advice, or...
no. No.
You had keys to your van?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you kept those in your purse?
Sometimes I'll,
Did you just leave them out?
yeah.
Did you put them downstairs?
Yeah.
Downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
So that anybody who needed your van could just take it, right, if you left your keys?
Well, I guess, yeah.
And John would just pick your keys up and go?
John didn't drive.
What about Gallagher? Had permission to drive your van?
He had before.
So you all go downstairs, and is it your testimony, listening to your direct testimony, you all just don't talk or say anything?
Right.
You just go to this place, it's a random place?
Well, it was, yeah,
Drop it.
yeah.
And Joshua didn't direct you any place?
No,
Did you pay the garbage service?
no,
So did you all just go out and dump your trash?
yeah.
In dumpsters?
Well, the apartments that we had moved from, my grandma owned the building, so we would use her dumpster. She said it was okay.
But you didn't go over there to dump this?
No, no.
And you drove, I mean, it was about a 9-minute drive, wasn't it, to the dumpster?
I guess so, yeah.
You could have just driven a couple of blocks and gotten rid of the stuff.
I could have.
Were you thinking that you need to dump this stuff or nobody will ever find it?
Well, I was thinking that I didn't know about the apartment complexes around there and about, dumping, illegal dumping. And so, I went to a place that I knew was secluded and nobody would see.
Because some dumpsters have got video cameras on them, right?
I guess so, yeah.
And you wouldn't want to go there.
Right.
So you were looking for an out-of-the-way place?
Well, I knew of that apartment building, or the apartment place.
That fit the bill, though, it's an out-of-the-way place.
Yeah.
And that was your idea to go there.
Yeah.
And all Joshua did was sit.
Yeah.
And you didn't give him the going over about wanting all the details or whatever?
No.
Were you concerned that a murder just happened?
No. I didn't think that had just happened.
Well, if you didn't think the murder had happened, why didn't you just say, no, I'm not going to take you?
Because he was aggravating me, and so
Who was aggravating you?
little Josh. So I finally gave in so I could, go back home and go to sleep so I
It
could
wasn't
get up.
Gallagher that was aggravating you to go.
No.
Joshua Young.
Yeah.
And aggravating means get up and help me, get up and help me.
Yeah.
And you didn't find it within yourself to say, I'm the adult here, you're the kid, go downstairs, leave me alone. You didn't do that?
No.
Did you think about doing that?
I should have done that, but
Did you think about it at the time?
no.
Did you think you were doing something wrong?
No.
Did you think you were committing a crime of tampering with physical evidence?
No.
Do you even know what tampering with physical evidence is?
Not really. I mean, kind of.
Well, were you worried when you talked to Gallagher on the phone when he was in Alabama with Detective Rusty, you might get in trouble?
Right.
And Gallagher took it on himself to get you immunity, didn't he?
I think so.
Protection.
Yeah.
Because you know what tampering with physical evidence carries, right?
Not really, but
It's a felony.
I guess so.
Does it carry time in penitentiary?
Yeah.
And you didn't want that to happen.
Right.
And as you understand it, you're not going to get in trouble for the murder, right?
Right.
Unless some proof would come up to show that you were involved in the murder.
Right.
You weren't involved in the murder.
No.
So you're not worried about that.
No.
But if you wound up changing your story here at trial today, say something different, then you could get in trouble, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be following the deal, would it?
Right.
They could indict you for tampering with physical evidence.
Yes.
And you might have to go to prison.
Yes.
And that's something that you don't want to do.
I don't want to do that, no.
Really horrified when you heard about Trey's death.
Yes.
When you heard about Trey's death, did you immediately think that Joshua Young had something to do with this?
Not immediately, I didn't think so.
Okay. So you hear about it at about, what, 2, 3 o'clock the next day?
Yes.
You hear Trey's death.
Yes.
You're horrified.
Uh-huh.
You're thinking Joshua Young came up to my room,
Yes.
said that he had killed Trey,
Yes.
brought a bat.
Yes.
Trey was beaten to death,
Yes.
and you still didn't think he had anything to do with it. Is that what you're telling the jury?
Well, I didn't know if he had hit him with it, or I didn't know who was responsible for him being murdered.
You didn't know.
No.
Even though he said he killed Trey.
Right.
You didn't believe that.
Right.
So did it bother you to where you couldn't sleep?
I mean, no. I don't think so.
Did you try to comfort the man?
Sometimes. I mean, as much as I could.
Did you go to the funeral?
Yes.
Did you go to the wake?
Yes.
You remember when you came over to my office?
Yes.
Your attorney, Mr. Wood, was with you?
Yes.
He's the guy sitting in the courtroom on the front row.
Yes.
And you remember talking to me about what happened?
Yes.
And you remember me drawing a little diagram on the legal pad of a bat?
Yeah. Yes.
And do you remember me asking you to draw in the blood stain that was on the bat?
Yes.
And did you do that?
Yes.
Was it accurate when you drew it?
I'm pretty sure it was accurate.
For identification purposes. You recognize this drawing on this piece of paper?
Yes. Yes.
What is that?
Looks like a baseball bat
And?
and some writing on it.
I'm going to ask, is this the actual document that you drew the stain on?
Yes.
Okay. And Judge, I'd move to introduce this and publish to the jury.
Any objection?
No.
Introduced. Defense 6.
May we use this, Your Honor, for demonstration to the jury? Okay, I'm pointing to this line here. What is that line? Did you draw that line?
Yes.
And what does that line show?
The spot of the blood.
And I asked you to put where the blood was on the bat.
Yes.
And you didn't draw any other blood spots except for this one, right?
Right.
Every day?
Yeah.
And you felt horrible about it?
Yes.
Detective Stalvey came to talk to you on Saturday,
Yes.
and did Detective Stalvey ask you about if you had any ideas about how this crime could have occurred?
He probably did.
Okay, what did you tell him?
Well, I told him everything I've told you and all the other detectives and everything.
So are you saying that on the Saturday after the murder, when Stalvey came to talk to you, you told him about Joshua Young?
Not the Saturday right after.
That's what I'm asking you.
No.
So did you withhold information from him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you mention a neighbor that had gotten beaten up in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay, because he was wanting to know if there had been any trouble
Yes.
in the neighborhood, and you told him that.
Yes.
Now, was that a story that Gallagher had given you?
Yes.
He had told you to say that?
Well, I knew about the guy that got beat up. That really did happen, but I don't know who did that.
All right. But what I'm saying is, when you offered that up to the detective as maybe having something to do with this murder, did Gallagher tell you to say that? Did he put that in your head?
Yes.
Or he said to tell the police that?
Well, I don't know if Gallagher told me, but that's what I told him.
Well, do you remember whether he told you to say that or not?
I don't remember him saying to tell them that. No.
So you came up with that on your own?
Yes.
You came up with that lie on your own?
Yes.
You didn't need Gallagher for you to say that?
Right.
You didn't say anything else about this case until you got the phone call from on the 23rd of June, right?
Yes.
You never told anybody that Joshua Young had done anything?
No.
Are you telling the ladies and gentlemen of this jury that if Gallagher hadn't have called you on June 23rd, you would never have come forward?
Well, I knew that they would find out. I just didn't want to be the one to tell them.
You knew that they would find out.
Yeah.
If they hadn't found out, would you have ever told the police?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Thank you. That's all.
Redirect.
Just me first. you talk to
Wait a minute, I have to flip to your computer first. You're on law table 2, A or B?
B.
And, okay, I think I pushed the right button. It's not responding yet. There we go.
After you talked to Detective Russ and Gowker that night in Alabama, did you subsequently have phone calls with Josh Gowker when he was in jail in Alabama?
Yes. Yes.
And if you heard one of those phone calls, would you recognize it?
Yes.
I'm going to play. Hopefully. It is. I don't know if that needs to be showing my computer. It is not currently. I don't need it to, but. No, it's blank.
Do you? Here we go. That looks like it might work.
Mister, you may start your conversation now.
Hello?
Hey, I just want to put money on my car. And the phone's going dead, so that's why I answer this one. So I end up getting fired of it, so I don't go to jail first.
For what?
Well, I mean, shit, Josh, I mean, I was a fucking adult there.
It doesn't matter, you're not going to be charged with nothing.
Are you for sure?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, fuck, I don't know what to think. You know, I've never done anything like this before. I mean, really.
I mean, fun.
Huh?
What's up, though? You're all right. You promised me that you would.
Well, I went and saw them where I took little Josh yesterday, and they come by with the big-ass CSI van and took some pictures of the van.
Is that a phone call you had with Josh Gowker?
Yes.
Do you recall what time your phone call from Detective Rush and Gowker in Alabama was?
It was in the middle of the night.
Did someone have to wake you up?
Yes.
Do you recall on July 17th when you talked to Detective Russ and told him how Gowker became eye for an eye, which you testified to earlier? Do you recall telling him about Gowker's plan for Josh Young's involvement?
I remember. I don't remember what was said.
If I showed you the letter, would that help refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
And if you'll just let us know on the record the page of discovery.
I actually don't have the page number marked on it, but it's the one that Mr. Schuler showed her earlier. It was in the 900s.
974.
Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
What did he say he was, what was his plan for Josh Young's involvement?
I think he was supposed to just be there with him. I don't know if he was gonna have him do it or, or if he was gonna do it.
Did he tell you that he was going to involve Josh Young in the murder?
Yes.
Thank you.
Recross.
You refer to it as the big-ass crime scene unit van that was parked in your driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of freaked you out.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of equipment in the van.
Yes.
Did they run any hoses out toward your van?
I don't know. I was in the house, so I'm not sure.
Did they vacuum your van out?
I don't think so. No.
Did you open the back for them?
I'm not sure.
Did you tell them that you hadn't cleaned the van since the murder?
Right, yeah.
And you hadn't?
No.
Did you show them where the bat was sitting in the van?
Yeah.
You should have went back and sitting in the van.
Yeah.
You let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Now, on the last bit about, when I was asking you about an eye for an eye, first time up there,
Right.
and you had said this a year later, right?
Right.
This just came to you a year later, or over a year later. This
Right.
just came to you, this eye for an eye, and that Josh and the Gapper was getting ready to, or Gapper was going to involve Joshua Young in the murder some way.
Yes.
And you told Detective Russ that.
Yes.
And that was right before Gapper got charged.
Yes. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and is that true? That Gapper actually said that? Because I asked you, I was trying to get details about that on cross from you about real threats to Trey before the murder happened.
Right.
And you didn't remember that when I was questioning you.
I didn't remember.
Ask you about eye for an eye.
You have to ask her a question and let her answer that one.
I didn't remember until she just showed me the letter.
Didn't I show you the letter too?
I don't
Did
think.
you read it?
Not the highlighted part. I mean, I didn't see the highlighted part.
So you do remember then Josh Gowker talking about the murder a month or two before the murder?
I don't remember him talking about a murder before.
Well, wasn't this about what you just read, that he was going to involve his son before the murder occurred, and he told you that?
I don't remember if it was before or after. He told me before or after the murder that he was going to involve little Josh.
He was going to involve him.
Right.
And he didn't explain what involved meant.
Right. He didn't explain.
Yeah, I forgot to. It's probably, well, let me ask you this. You were talking about a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
and how many years have you been talking to Gowker while he's been in prison on cell phone?
This time that he's in prison,
What about before?
no, I never talked to him before.
Yes.
Testimony when Gowker was in prison for 9-something years, that you didn't have conversations with him on the phone?
No.
Not at all.
No.
And is your work cell phone number, or was it at the time? I'm going to give a number. Could you verify?
Okay.
Area code 502
Yes.
851
Yes.
5685.
Yes.
Questions of the jury? Don't learn me, deputies. We got one. Okay. Let's take a 10-minute restroom break. Remember your admonition. Be ready to come back in at 5:10, please. All rise for the departing jury.
All rise.
All rise. That means everybody stand up. Thank you very much. Cowper, I'm going to ask you to have a seat back in the gallery while we discuss some questions, but don't leave the court. so I'm wrong. We're down to 13.
13.
Yeah, you'd be looking for that extra.
Exactly.
Well, Commonwealth, I thought was coming back in. Commonwealth, we're ready. That's okay. Ms. Gowker, if you'll come back up, please. Thank you.
All right.
All rise for the jury, please. All jurors are present.
Thank you. Welcome back. Everybody can be seated. Did the jury follow the admonition during the break?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Gowker, you're still under oath. The jury has some questions. I'm going to read you each of their questions, if you'll then let them have your answer. Did you ever witness any angry outbursts from Josh Young?
No.
Where was your boyfriend when Josh Young and Josh Gowker woke you up?
I guess I thought he was downstairs asleep, but he said that he was upstairs and him and Michael
Well,
was.
your recollection, your observation.
He wasn't upstairs, so I think he was asleep downstairs in the back room.
How well did you know Trey?
Not very well at all.
Did you just meet Trey Zwicker in April or May of 2011?
Yeah.
Did you think about, no, start over. Did you think the blood from the bat would rub off, transfer to your van or in your house?
I didn't think about it.
The bat was not in a bag when you saw it. Was it soaked in blood or just blood stained?
Just blood stained.
Where does John sleep?
Well, he sleeps with me, but that night he had fallen asleep downstairs in the back room.
How many bedrooms upstairs?
Just one.
How many bedrooms downstairs?
Was 4. We made it into 4.
In the 3 times Josh Young attempted to wake you, this is a question, no one else woke up?
No.
Had you ever been woken up by Josh Gowker or Josh Young before?
No.
Was Josh Young at your house when you went to bed after the cookout the night Trey was killed?
Yes.
Was Josh Young playing video games by himself?
Yes.
Had you been drinking or smoking pot at the cookout or that night?
I had been drinking, yes.
Were you ever afraid of Josh Young or Josh Gowker?
No.
Were you controlled by Gowker?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's what you would call it.
Any other questions? May we release this witness?
We would like to sit down here and recall your honor.
Okay. I'm going to let you go today, but you have to stay in contact with the Commonwealth, and if you're needed back as a witness, you need to come back voluntarily. Will you do that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll let you go ahead and leave. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our break for the day. I want to thank you for your patience and your attention. I know this has been a tough trial so far, and you all are doing a really good job paying attention. Is there anything that the court can do to make this process any easier for you all? Anything that we can do or should do that you'd like us to do? We're getting full days out of you, so we're getting our $12.50 worth out of you. So, okay, we'll see you all back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Please remember your admonition. All rise for the departing jury. Jury's out. The Commonwealth would like me to re-swear Josh. Is it Robertson?
John Robertson.
John Robertson. Thank you.
He will be our first witness, so.
Mr. Robertson, if you'll come up. Everybody else can be seated. Come on up. If you'll raise your right hand for me, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be truthful?
Yes.
Tell me your name.
John Michael Robertson.
You put your hand back down. You understand that you've been subpoenaed by the Commonwealth to be a witness in this case. We're not going to call you today, but you're going to be the first witness tomorrow. Do you agree to come back voluntarily without any additional issuance of subpoenas?
Yes, sir.
You'll be back here in this courtroom at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything we need to take up before we break for the day? I've got the other inmates coming back tomorrow at 9.
Great.
Can we get some kind of an idea of what tomorrow's going to be like, and also whether Your Honor's going to need to do half day on Wednesday, or
Still scheduled to do a half day on Wednesday. So I'm scheduled. What we'll do is we'll just do the morning, and we'll break at lunch, and we'll be down for the afternoon.
I'm just trying to figure out when we need to be getting our people together. Do y'all have any idea?
We will fill up tomorrow. I think it's like the hope would be that we would get all of our witnesses except Detective Russ done tomorrow, and then Wednesday morning.
Russ Wednesday, rest of the witnesses, and then we would start our case Wednesday morning, or?
No, Detective Russ probably Wednesday. I mean, I don't.
Well, but then he might not take the whole.
Right. That's what I think we would finish.
So
you're probably looking at Thursday morning.
So I can tell witnesses not till Thursday to be here.
I think that's pretty safe.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. All right. See everybody back in the morning.
Depends on if you forget everything and we have to constantly refresh.
Well, it's hard